When you redefine yourself in the moment, in this second, you are literally a different person with a different life, a different past, a different future. This is going to blow your mind. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Juliet Cleary. I'm a manifestation coach. And if you resonate with this message, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. If you would like to work together, that information is in the description box below for you, as well as the link to my meditation channel. Okay, this is a big video today. This is pretty mind-blowing. So what I want you to understand is that basically, we all have multiple personalities and we're constantly shifting in between so many, infinite realities right now and infinite versions of us. So you got to understand that by the choice you make in this moment, you're not the same person as you were a second ago. You're constantly shifting between different personalities, which mean different realities, different parallel timelines right now. So what I want you to understand is that in the second, right now, in the moment that you redefine yourself, you're literally a different person. Not like, oh yeah, I'm literally like a different person. No, you're literally a different person. You're on a different timeline. You're not even the same person who had the childhood that you think you had, right? Or the past relationships that you had. You're not that person. You could pick it up again, like you could pick up that memory. The past is literally like an imaginal act, right? A memory that you pick up and include it in your self-concept. And therefore, when you do this, when you keep picking up the past, whether it's 5 minutes ago, 5 weeks ago or 15 years ago, when you pick up that story about the past and how you're defining yourself and your life now, you literally become that same person. And you keep yourself in a situation where you have the same circumstances, the same problems in your life, the same unwanted conditions or the conditions that are not changing or evolving, because you would have to have these unwanted conditions that you're going through, because apparently you had that past that would equal to you being that limited person. But if you redefine yourself in the moment, whether that's like accepting that what you want is done, or you showing up more confident, or you showing up differently, you're in a different state of being, you're choosing a different thought, feeling, or action than you normally would, something that feels better, or you're literally deliberately choosing, I am this person, or I have this thing, I am on this specific timeline. I'm on the timeline where I'm super abundant, or whatever it is. In the moment you state that, you choose that for yourself, you're literally a different person. You're literally a different person. Even the way that your body would now function, right, is different. I know because I have worked with clients who, when we've started working together and they're making these new choices and making some inner shifts, they'll literally see physical evidence, like their body looks different, their appearance looks different. And then another day when they're kind of going back and forth between, the old self and the new self kind of thing, right? And so, just getting the hang of things. And they'll literally see evidence show up, like their skin is different, it's clearer, their body looks different. And then, maybe some days later, it's kind of back to how it was. And it seems kind of eerie. But this stuff happens all the time, whether you actually are able to see physical changes in your reality or not. Why? Because you're constantly shifting, you're constantly changing. You're not the same person you were a second ago, especially if you make a new choice or you redefine who you are right now. When you redefine who you are in this moment, you are different. You are that. You are not even, like I said, you're not the same person who had that childhood or who had that experience or who's bad with money or whatever it is, who can't get the right idea. You're not that person. Drop the past. It doesn't matter. You create a new past and a new future from the now, from the decisions you're making now, the choices you're making now, the state of being that you are in now literally changes you and literally changes your past and your future now. The past and the future change from the decision you make in the now. So that's why we have, like I made a previous video, we have the Mandela effect, where people are remembering things differently to what they, were supposed to have experienced. Like whole groups of people who experience the same event, and they're remembering a different past. They're remembering a different timeline. They are remembering a different parallel reality. This stuff happens all the time. Start to notice when it happens in your life. And you'll notice that you've shifted into a different timeline, and in the moment you don't have that past. You're not that person. You're not even like, okay, you redefine yourself right now. In the moment you've chosen, you're on the timeline. It's in place. It's literally in place. What you want is literally in place. You are that person. When you do that, you're not even the same person. Like if you're usually like, okay, I have patterns of, issues with relationships, or I have issues with feeling unworthy, right? You're not that. When you redefine yourself in that way that I explained, you're not the same person who has those issues of unworthiness or relationship issues or money issues. You're not that person. So if you don't keep bringing that up and including that in who you think you are, that ceases to be. You could even start to have new memories because you're on a different timeline, a parallel reality where that stuff simply did not happen. Okay, this is where it gets really, really good. When you change, and you're becoming a different person, like you're consistently showing up differently and feeling differently or making new choices. So you're becoming a different person. You're on a different parallel reality. Things start showing up. Literally, you've probably experienced this maybe sometime in your life, whether you became a different person on purpose or not. But people that you know will begin to tell you, you seem so different. You actually look different. What are you doing? And you haven't actually changed anything, right? You haven't changed your hair drastically or whatever, but people are saying you seem so different. You look so different because you're literally a different person. You're not the person that they knew before. And we'll literally manifest this experience with other people to show ourselves that yes, we have changed. When you change so drastically in how you show up, your state of being, who you are, right? You're up leveling. There will be people who knew you really well and they will barely recognize you. Now, here's the even funner part is literally, anyone who's wanting to shift their appearance, their body, this is big. Literally, your appearance may even start to change to match who you have become in this new parallel reality. Even without you trying to manifest changes or physical appearance changes, you became a different person. This person has a slightly different appearance. Your appearance will change to match this new identity, this new life, this new parallel reality where you're literally not the same person that you think you were. It's all about self-concept, right? It's all about your assumptions, your definitions, your beliefs, what assumptions you're placing on yourself, your life, on circumstances. That's what reality is. Reality doesn't actually exist. It's an illusion. I had this experience in 2020 when I went through quite a drastic identity shift. I mean, it didn't seem like I was that much different, but I was a hell of a lot happier. I felt like myself and I was so happy and I wasn't focused on problems. I changed my energy enough, right? I became a different person. I was following my happiness moment to moment. And I had, 6 months later, I had a family event. And a lot of my family members were just saying, like, you seem so different. You look so different. I can just tell something different about you. And now, literally like now, actually yesterday, I was looking at some of my old videos from 3 years ago, and I noticed that my appearance is so different. And yes, I'm growing older, but I don't believe that's the reason why my appearance has changed so drastically. And this actually was pointed out to me by someone who left me a comment on a video saying, did you manifest a different jawline? Because, you know, I was watching another video and it looks like you've done something to change your jawline. So what did you do? And then I was like, oh, I didn't do anything. I don't know if I've actually had a change in my jawline, but I looked at some older videos yesterday and I noticed a massive difference in my appearance. Like almost like from who I am right now, I don't even recognize myself in those videos. It doesn't even seem like it's me. And I know for sure that that is because I've become a different person. I am continuing to evolve. So don't limit yourself for what you think is possible or impossible. Nothing's impossible. It's already done. It's already here. It exists now. Every possible potential exists for you now. And if you want something, it means that you have it in another parallel timeline reality. But what's so fun is that when you literally become a different person and in the moment you redefine yourself, like right now, this second, you can redefine yourself and you are literally a different person. You keep making those choices or new choices or showing up differently, feeling differently, making different assumptions, more than likely your appearance will start to change, as well as the rest of your reality, the outer world. To reflect back, this is a different person. This is not the same person who had those experiences. Literally, the limiting experiences that you think you're dealing with right now or have in the past, when you're in a moment of like feeling joy, being all of you, or just redefining yourself, or stating that you have what you want right now, there is still a version of you who had the bad relationships or the bad relationship with money, or couldn't lose the weight. There's still that version of you, but you're not that version of you in this moment. That's a different version of you. That's a different person. That's another life, right? So start to see things in this way of like how powerful you are. And in each moment, like I made another video of, in the moment you choose who you are that. In the moment you choose the timeline that you want to be on, you're on that timeline. What you want is in place in that moment. You know, that disorder, multiple personality disorder, we kind of all have that. It's just that a lot of our personalities are pretty similar to the last one. But I want you to know that in all different moments, you are all different people. You're all different identities. And so make a choice of, who do I want to dominantly be? Like, who do I want to be? What's the reality that I want to live in? And then start to redefine yourself and to show up in that way. And understand and know that in the moment you've made that choice, it's done. You are literally different. Again, this even goes for like your health, the way that your body functions, the foods that you could eat that maybe a moment ago would have upset your stomach. Now that you're a different person, it won't. In this moment that you've redefined yourself, you could be someone who loses weight effortlessly. So don't place limitations based on the past, which is literally like a past life, a different person, a different version of you. You don't have to include that in now. Let it go. Drop the old story. Trust that it's all done, that it's that easy, and let things work out for you. All right, that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, share this with anyone who you think may benefit, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you would like to work together, that information's in the description box below. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.